So we definitely need advanced this, advanced that. Maybe we need advanced rice paddy as well. I never know when that might come in handy. And we're gonna need some eco cards in H1 as well. So go with that. I can't go that much. Suppose this would do as well. Land grab as well, perhaps. And I think we should be good to go here. Yeah, possibly pioneers. That's all we can fit in an H2 deck. So let's go with that and hope it doesn't become a water deck.
Are you ready?
Just one question I'd like to ask for the viewers who are actually here. Firstly, is the sound okay? And secondly, is the top left area is the top left area confusing or anything? Honestly, I'm not sure if this is actually going to work, but I mean, we'll see. At the very least, it should be an interesting experience. I don't believe Boxer Rebellion will be that useful. Possibly more useful than Sumptuary Laws, so take that out and put in Boxer Rebellion just in case. And yeah, should be good enough. Yeah. The people at ESO community. There is a team. Sound okay? Okay, good to know. This happens. I didn't used to have this bug before. I'm not sure why I'm suddenly getting it. But I'll try my best to not alt-tab while I'm in the game. It's not. I mean, it's not particularly a best of 27 or anything. I'm just going to use one save. It doesn't matter who my opponent is. It could be Kinesi, it could be Tabin, it could be IM3, anyone who comes along. Basically, I'm just going to play 27. Well, I mean not 27. 14 consecutive games on stream. One with each civ, and just stay colonial with all of them. And now I never played with IM Grunt. So it's just one game with every civ. Just one game with every civ. Hello. One game with every civ. Stay in colonial with every civ, and hope it's not a water map. Because if it's a water map, then this deck is not going to be very useful. Not very useful at all. Maybe I need wood. There's no wood chopping thing, is there? No, there's no. Nothing of the sort. Got advanced rice paddies. That might be useful. Oh yes, there should be Ottoman in there. No, there is. Oh, well, it's already at the bottom there. I basically just ordered it according to the quick search civs. So when you go into quick search, it gives you a list of civs. I mean, not about creating search. When you're creating a civ, sorry. So when you create a civ, it comes in this order. So I just simply use this order, and I have no incentive to put Ottomans up there. They'll come down last there. It could be either RE patch, ESOC patch. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the opponent is. I'm just going to play colonial with every civ once, and that'll be the end of it. Obviously, I'm not going to finish it all today. Probably won't finish it by tomorrow either. I'll just finish it by whenever it gets done, and that'll be the theme of streams from now on. Probably I will be talking as well, and because I'll be talking, I doubt I can actually stream for that long because my throat gets pretty dry. this is all just something that I'm doing myself. Whoever my opponent is, it doesn't really matter. I'm just never going to go up to that fortress age. I'm gonna just try and win in age 2 with every single civ. If I lose, it's just gonna be a loss. I'm just gonna go into the next civ. It's not like keep playing Colonia until I win, Garia kind of thing. It's just do one civ, win or lose, go to next civ, Colonial all the way. And hopefully just pray it's not a water map, because then I don't have a deck for it. Hello, interjection. So you can see my thing is that this kind of on Nilla the card limit is 20, so you can actually play to your full potential, or at least your opponent does not technically have an advantage over you because 20 is the limit. But on TAD they have 5 cards advantage, so at the moment we reach 21 cards worth of experience, I'm going to be severely disadvantaged, but I'm going to try and make up for it beforehand. It's not 14 games versus Kinesis, it's 14 games versus whoever. I mean, opponent, as I've said before, opponent does not matter, PR does not matter, whoever I'm playing against. It's just I'm doing my own, what I always do, right? Just I do my own thing regardless of who it is. Okay? And he may or may not be aware of it, but he will be aware that something is up once he checks my deck, if he checks my deck. I mean, who's going to check my deck, right? I mean, like, what does checking my deck even tell you? Technically, I was not streaming your conversation. I was streaming, and then you started talking to me. So, unhappy face, unhappy face. Okay, good. That was loud. So I'm not gonna be tabbing out. Thank you for the donation, whoever just donated. I will have to check that right now first, actually. Who just donated? I assume it might be interjection, but just double checking. Maybe all that laundry money is going to waste. Yep, let's go. Yeah. I almost never get bored, actually, so I can't get bored to death. I can get annoyed. I can get annoyed. Oh, it's not telling me. There's something broken here, but whoever just donated, thank you very much. Okay.
Are you ready?
I will check that properly next time.
Yes.
But I'm having a few problems logistically, so we'll start off, and of course there will be commentary. Okay. So China against Aztec on hopefully, okay, it's a water map. Oh, great. Okay, so China versus Aztec. First of all, I'm just going to be quiet and do my normal China stuff. In other words, all the macro stuff. I just messed that up already. So you can tell that things aren't going so well just yet. At least I managed to get my first village in queue. Anyway, I think what's important in this kind of situation against such an aggressive civ, maybe I should turn off the music, because it might be a bit loud, so I will turn it off right now. And now you just listen to my voice. But what's going to happen is that because it is against Aztec, which will generally have some sort of aggressive agenda, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to well, obviously I'm first going to stay H2 because that's the whole point of this whole thing. But I'm also going to try just age up. And I'm going to age up in a way which does not require me to chop that extra 100 wood, though of course if I find a wood treasure then I might opt for it anyway. Is that a wood treasure? That's an XP treasure. So okay, so first of all, looking at the map, you can see that he's just got himself 135 XP treasure. Wow. And there's a lot of nice big treasures here. I'm gonna kill the polar bear because I want XP. And what I'm actually going to do here, aside from picking a very good deck, is I'm gonna try something which I've started doing recently. Is instead of sending northern refugees, because I only started with one village anyway, I'm gonna start sending furrier first. And what that will do is that it'll actually still help me age up slightly faster, because when you're in age age 1, all your villagers are pretty much going to be taking food anyway. So it's kind of like a 1.5, if not 2 villager shipment. Plus it helps you later on in the game, so why not? Why not? Right. I'm just spreading out my villagers a bit, so you can see that's at 16 so the 16 meat on that, so there've been a lot of walking time, and just spreading things out a bit more, and just spreading things out a bit more. You basically just want to avoid them moving on to some hunt somewhere. Like if they killed that and then went off all the way on the left hand side, that would have been very good. Maybe I can pick up a TP in transition. You can see he's got schooners, so already this does not seem like it's going to go very well. I mean, who knows? Who knows? He's got some pretty nice treasures as well. Excuse me. He has 150 food, which is over there, so he's nearby, and hopefully he does not steal this. At the very least, he might be trying to just, yeah. So what I'm gonna do, just gonna run away here, and then you're gonna attack. And now I can start building my first thing, which will be that. See, still a decent age up time. Now I'm gonna use my disciple to see if there's any villagers actually building any. I don't want to get caught there. Building any war huts on that side. And now let's get there. You can see just building over here, and hopefully there's nothing. Well, I mean, not hopefully. I'd say in this situation I'd say hopefully there are some villagers doing a forward base. Because there are no villagers doing a forward base, I've resigned myself to the fact that this was not going to be a winnable game, because there will be 3 docks over here. Maybe. Apparently not. Maybe things will be fine. Who knows? So what I'm going to do is, first of all, get a few upgrades. He's getting the TPs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a villager down here. Just hopefully that can snare. So what I basically deduced is that, okay, he's okay, never mind, not worth it. So he's going to get the full TP line. He's going to do some kind of boom with it. There's nothing I can do about it, because well, explorer not in the right spot. So basically I wanted to at least take 1 trading post, but that's not going to be possible with this villager. It would just go down anyway. So what is the next plan? I guess first of all I want to repel whatever rush comes. I'm not sure there is going to be a rush, but we'll go for 8 Jukoneers first. Switch that over to that. Switch that. Build myself a war academy in that location, and of course start gathering up these crates, keeping these on wood. Now obviously this may or may not be a good thing to send. I mean, well, whatever. My first batch is going to be actually not be bow and old hand. It's going to be the standard army. I'm going to actually go up ahead and try to do a bit of damage, if at all possible, using these guys. Next shipment is going to be the wood, of course. He's already got me in line of sight. What can I do about that? Nothing much. Go back, send 700 wood, and just maybe start herding some of this as well. And now hopefully he is not, I'm going to use the word hopefully a lot of times here, but hopefully he is not on water. Haha, wishful thinking. get a few more upgrades at the same time. There's a nice thing over here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the XP treasure in lieu of anything else, and because I don't think he's going to have any things just yet. He's got stagecoach, so he's also been delayed for a slight while. Should probably change that. He's got pumas out, which is good for me to a certain extent. So what I'm going to do is just pick that up, and my next shipment is going to be I guess might as well get 300 export and get something out from that. I'm going to go back, sorry, that was a misclick. I'm going to go back and just keep training Juko new step here, and I don't want to commit too hard. He's obviously well, he's obviously making some units, so I'll just go around the map getting treasures. 100 wood is also fine as well, but I should probably start spreading out my stuff. See, his score is ahead, but that's to be expected, I would say. Again, I'm not actually doing very optimal stuff at the moment, but I do expect to be able to go at some point. I'll go with villagers next, because I do believe I'm approaching the limit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with I suppose go with British allies. There's no point. Let's go with French ally. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to garrison all of these. Yeah. And what I'm going to do now is go there, and this is a good time to actually do some kind of trap. So first of all, you need to get everything in position. And now that everything is in position, roughly in position, now we go in. And he's kind of baited, I'd say. And just gonna go here. And hopefully something good can come out of it. And hopefully that's alright. Yeah, that was not too bad. Just keep on doing stuff here and hopefully it works. Villagers can come out the town center now because it seems to be working well. And now it's time to go in. Let's just keep going in. I'm not sure, actually I think rather than pikemen I'm going to go for step riders. And what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to trade at the market because I need to get this, and I also need some kind of a backup in behind. So I'm going to be training disciples right from there. Now I'm probably going to be able to take down the forward base because of how these young guard stuff is. And what's happening here is that because he's going to have to rebuild his stuff, I'm going to actually just siege that down and actually go forward to see where he's building his next next war hut. Here's his next war hut. Better go there and siege it down ASAP. Now that's not going to work, is it? Okay. So as I said, basically war huts take a long time to build, and most people aren't going to actually get them there in time. What am I trying to say here? Most people, they're not going to have the right timing to build it, and as soon as the thing is down. So I think now should be right. The grenadiers will take care of most stuff. Again, just gonna do all these things here, move these forward. I can probably get another thing out relatively soon. And now we go on same concept as before. We don't want to let him get his war hut up. I'll probably get that upgrade as well. So I'm going to go forward with these, and these actually I'm going to siege down this at the same time. Same concept as before. We don't want the war hut to go up too much, too far in advance. I don't know if you can get to it, I'm going to say. But basically we don't want him to get the momentum, or at least you don't want to let him get oh, he's got two of them up now. Smart guy. What I'm going to do is actually going to retreat here for a while and just siege things down. my monk did go down, so what I'm going to do is send villagers forward over here, and I'm actually going to basically I might as well get wood crates and then switch off, and should probably redistribute my villagers here. So that's what I'm going to do, and now I'm just going to siege that down as well. What I'm going to do is actually also send my step riders back, so here, and yep. I'm going to get this next tier upgrade once my wood crates arrive. These should be okay to kill. Yeah, okay. So where's my wood crates? Oh, wood crates are there, no wonder. Okay, so just trying to get down as much of this as possible, and just a gale. Okay, just gonna retreat for a while, and I can probably get myself another one of these and another one of those. Now things seem to be going well so far, interestingly enough. Now I'm gonna see, because he needs to, by this time he should be starving a bit, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send these step riders down here to siege down the final trading post, but at the same time I'm gonna have to start just looking for his villages as well, because I do have this card which gives, oh actually I don't have Mongolian scores just yet, so actually I'm going to cancel that and go for villagers, because I've got all the things up already. Yeah, go back now. Can't overstay my welcome. Here comes a market. Oops, well there it goes. I'm being a bit cautious over here. Now it's time for Brit Consulate, so we'll do that. Over here. Things are doing fairly well actually. Now I'm going to do, I just need to put these on there. Oops. And I can probably change all these off here. I think now is a good time to push again, so because I just had my Brit Consulate, and I should probably be basically spreading out a bit more. So what I'm going to do is going to go in here, spread out a bit more, spread out. Once again, just keep on trying to avoid the killing the things which don't matter as much. There we go. Okay. It just keeps going in and keep going in. Now what I'm going to do now is actually send these onto here. Oops. Start doing there. Okay, so China actually managed to win. Interesting. Alright. Not bad. Not bad for a start. Okay. So as usual, the point in time where I got the advantage when he went near my town center, which is kind of a weird thing to do. Well, that happened. Interesting. Okay, so that we can cross out China now, and we go to goals. And how do you cross this out? I'll just go done. W for win. Okay. Actually, no. There's no need to just say W for win. Done. Yeah, done. I mean, yeah. Incidentally, this guy got second place. Just saying. Alright, so next civ is going to be Japanese. So I'm going to have to also create a Japanese deck, so for colonial play only. Once again, it's going to have to be a completely H2 deck. Now, okay, how do we do this? Excuse me. I think this is a good base to start off from. Do I need diplomatic intrigue? Good faith agreements. Cherry Blossom Festival. I think this one's important because that allows me to basically do the same kind of play as I did just now. The thing is, I'm just hoping it's not going to be a water map because I don't actually have the cards required for water. Well, what does Japan actually have that they can send in age 1 is the question. Alright, so not very much. I mean, this is not a very good card. I could have advanced stock in there, maybe advanced rice paddy. That's a decent card for H1. Especially for 100 wood. Sawmills might be okay as well. This is an H2 card, unfortunately. Okay. There's not many good H1 cards for Japan. Of course, I have enlisted regulars here. I'm not playing your team games. Who's going to stage 2 in a team game? I'll host 1v1. Make it clear. I'm playing 1v1s at the moment with Japan. I mean, I could actually still continue the challenge in the team game. Just that I don't know if my ally would be very happy about that. Well, okay, advanced rice paddy. So first of all, create H2 deck. And now cancel all these cards because they're useless. I mean, who needs a Tokugawa? We'll go for this. 300 wood is a must just in case I run out of shipments. Now, Japan does have the added advantage it can send shipments twice, so I'm not actually impeded by that 21 shipment limit thing, which I would mention before. Possibly even want advanced rice paddy, possibly advanced stock. No, we don't want advanced stock actually. Good faith agreements. We want actually advanced wonders. Actually, you do need improved buildings as well. So, 2 villagers not needed. Improved buildings definitely needed. And I think these are the main things to use. That should be alright. And there we go. And now we just wait 10 hours for a game. I don't know if we'll get a game, but we shall wait. In the meantime, yeah, true Japanese player using the word ally instead of teammate. Oh, yeah, thank you for the £10 donation, Mr. Interjection Videos. I'm sorry your laundry money will have to suffer, but hopefully it will be worth it. Looks like my 2 is doing a 1v1 there. I'm also doing a 1v1 here, but sadly I have no opponent. I don't know if anyone from the chat would be willing to volunteer. you don't actually have an opponent at the moment, so maybe we can refine the deck a bit. These are, some of these cards would be quite good if they were in age 1, I'd say. For example, or maybe not this one, because building no actually be fine, because that would basically give you, if this was an age 1 card, you could basically Shrine Boom off Heavenly Kami plus that. Maybe you could, as I'd say, maybe get a TP, you get Heavenly Kami, and then you get this card, and you just never have to go age 2 just yet. Because I mean, when Japan goes age 2, do they even make military units straight away? No, they don't. So there's no real incentive to go age 2 early as Japan is there. Stay age 1, build shrines, usual stuff. So Japan, of course, Japan's age 2 cards are pretty strong. They've got some pretty nice upgrade cards. They've got the daimyo. They've got all sorts of things, but it seems like their age 1 cards are a bit lacking, and I think this is something that the EP team will need to address. They're going to have to address that. You got 3 fishing boats. No teammate just yet. For example, they could just do something simple, like just move 15 Ronin into the first age, and it would be balanced, because honestly, who's going to have that in the first age anyway? And it would be nice to have this in the first age, because it doesn't take up a slot in your 4th age, all your 4th age cards. So make this a first age card would be my first balance suggestion. In fact, all the mercenary cards, like which cost more than 4,400 coin, can be moved to the first stage. And in fact, this one can be moved to the first stage as well. I wouldn't mind that either. I think we'll be making for a much nicer, interesting gameplay experience. Hi, thanks for volunteering. Do I have a my H2 deck here? Yes, I do. Everything's fine, everything checks out. Let's go.
Are you ready?
What do you mean? I never troll. I always take games with 100% seriousness. Okay, so this is this gives me a chance to actually use one of the more recent builds I've been doing. I think Mr. Tabius, however we're supposed to pronounce his name, might be familiar with it already, but basically what it constitutes is just chopping a lot of wood, and just building lots of shrines H1 basically. And where's my H2 deck? Here's my H2 deck. So it's basically a bit like my my strategy with Brits sometimes, which is basically just basically just make as many manors as you can before aging up, as many as you can get away with, and just proceed from there. So this will be actually the last manor I make, last shrine I make. I'll stop at 3-4 shrines, that should be enough. And then from there, just start doing normal stuff. We're going to go with Cherry Blossom Festival. Just following the same theme as last time, because if you're going to be doing this H2 thing anyway, you might as well explore some interesting new concepts. And of course we have seen that the last time Cherry Blossom Festival was used in a tournament game in ESOC by AoE3 he won, and he even shipped I believe Cherry Orchard Rickshaws twice. So it's got a big track record. It's got a 100% win. I'm not sure if I can live up to expectations. In fact, he didn't even send it first, so maybe I'm being a bit slightly unconventional here by actually sending it as the first card. Well, anyway, that's how things are working at the moment. We'll probably spread these out a bit more, and we don't want... Yeah, we stole it from him, and now we can just move forward a bit, and yeah, he's not going to run after me anymore. He's done with that. Let's keep going, and this is actually a nice treasure. So what I'm going to do is, because the German explorer basically went the left hand side already, so I assuming that he continues down that course, there's no real reason for me to teleport straight away and get it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get the TP in transition. So once I get that, I'm going to teleport back. I'm actually going to cut Veil production for a while so I can actually get out my what's it called again? My Age of Wonder ASAP. Hopefully he does not have a water deck. He does not have a water deck all this while. And of course it's going to be Torii Gates, because you do this kind of thing. It cannot be the standard wonder either, because you know you don't want to do the standard wonder when you're doing a perfectly unstandard build. So here we go, and now we've got another shipment, in fact, which is interesting. I actually wanted to put more villagers in that. Silly me. So all the rest of this wood is going to go into market, as well as maybe possibly a, I don't know, barracks. I mean, sorry, not barracks, just more shrines. I doubt he's going to be around here. He just got the 80 coin treasure, which is over here. So, you know, he's not going to be around this year. And in fact, I should probably get a trading post. So I will do that straight away. And then there you go. And of course, first shipment was going to be 5 Ashikari Musketeers. I was briefly considering whether I should build that trading post later, because if the XP pass is already gone, there's no point building it ASAP. So because you get more instant value out of making a shrine. But in the end, they said, "Meh, never mind, not worth it." So I'm going to do it. I'm going to just build my thing here and be done with it. Samurai is going to go forward. Samurai is going to have fun. 5 Ashikaga first, so and it's going to be. What I do is going to switch this off there, and we don't actually want villagers walking forward like that. That was a mistake. And now Samurai is going to go forward and do its stuff. Why is this not researching? And why is that valid point there? Okay, so he's going for age 2, and age 2 makes me pretty happy, because that means it's going to be Expo Pike. So what I do is I just run back first, because I don't want to get caught out by the whatever comes out next. Now I've got the main upgrade here, so everyone off wood. And teleport back, and now what I'm going to do is just get free kills. Okay, maybe not free kills. Okay, that was a divine strike over there. It sounded like a divine strike anyway. Now this daimyo is actually going to also function as an anti crossbow thing, and it's also going to function as a rally point for when where's my daimyo? Oh, there it is. It's going to function as a rally point for when my next stuff comes out. He's going for Doppelsordners. Interesting guy. In fact, okay, Dopp Expo. He actually shipped the Dopps. Interesting. I'm not sure if well, actually, of course, I can't say I'm not sure if I like that decision, because anything he does which is not too good is going to be something I like, because I am of course his opponent. What I'm going to do here is actually just micro a bit and be a bit quiet here, because I do need to micro a bit. What I'm going to do is set the rally point as here and send the samurai forward and go forward, because you know, when you're in this kind of situation, you just want to go forward. You never want to go back. Just bait a bit with the daimyo. Keep baiting a bit with the daimyo, and then just keep making units. And now what I can probably do here is I can probably start making naginata from here as well. So I'm going to switch all these off to there, and I'm actually going to shift my gonna stop making Ashigaru and just make Naginata now. So this is my new control group for. I basically just have 1 or 2 control groups, which is just you know, he's gonna have his next shipment 8 expos or something as well, and so you know, Naginata switch is gonna work here probably. Plus I need to catch his villagers, some of which have probably gone off to other pastures. So go forward, go here, and once the Naginata comes in, happy days for everyone involved, except for possibly him. So, kill a villager, move forward in, just keep going in, keep going in. We'll go for. He's gonna have Minutemen out. There's a Minuteman, but honestly, what's it gonna do here? Maybe I should possibly just. Yeah, he's doing his best to hold, but yeah, it's not gonna work. I think what happened here is he basically panicked. Alright, so looks like Japan is off the list as well with a win, interestingly enough. But I did have a build prepared for Japan colonial play anyway. I've been doing this quite often recently, so, and with quite decent results. Though not usually versus colonial play as well. It's a bit odd for him to have been doing colonial play against colonial play, especially knowing that I was going to be doing this sort of thing. Okay, so Japan out the list. Let me just edit that. You can rush with any civilization, really, actually. So we'll just change this, and Japan is a win. And I'll go for India. India.